Hey, I'm Alan. Welcome to Bros Fitness. Welcome to today's workout. My goal is not just to create videos, but to inform and to motivate you. So comment, subscribe, or follow along at brosfitness.com. Today, we're going to be doing some yoga for weightlifters. Let's get started on the floor. We're going to begin today in Dandasana by extending our legs out. Last night we did a little bit of an intense introduction to split sequence. Extend through the top body as you press into the earth with your hands. Feel out through all 10 toes. Begin to activate your breath, taking control. If this isn't in your practice today, you can go ahead and begin in a comfortable seated position, legs crossed, or on your heels, wherever you're at. When you're ready, go ahead and, if you're in Dandasana, bring your legs together and we'll come into an easy pose. Comfortable seated position. Inhale, send your arms up, and exhale, come down for a prayer pose. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. As your throat begins to warm up, you can begin to activate your Ujjayi breath, creating a constriction, just a very light constriction in the throat to warm up the air as it comes into your body. Keep breathing, keep controlling your breath. Stay in a comfortable prayer pose position. Go ahead and set an intention for your practice today. If you need water or a warm liquid, anything that will help you today through today's practice, you should grab that now. As well, I forgot to mention, if you don't have a towel already, we'll use it for a little bit today. If you don't need a towel also, that's totally fine. It's just for helping modifying twists. If you have a block and you want to use it today, I'm not sure that we'll get into any positions that need it, but they're always good to have around. I don't have any though. When you're ready, inhale, send your arms to the sky and extend through all 10 fingers. Inhale. And exhale, come down for a cactus. Extend your chest to the sky and take a little bit of a mini back bend while you look up. Engage the core. Inhale, send your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Begin to walk your hands over your legs. If this isn't quite in your practice yet, you can come into a child pose and extend and rather bring your legs out, making room for the torso and taking a wide child pose. If you're with me in easy pose, however, we'll go ahead and bring our hands to the outside of the mat like our friends in child pose. Extend through the lower back. Try and keep the upper back from rounding. Keep control of your breath. Keep breathing. Ujjayi. Walk your hands back to your body and we'll come into tabletop pose by coming over our legs. We'll take a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Inhale as you arch the back and look up for cow. Exhale, round the back for cat. On your own breath, keep moving through this. When you're ready, we'll come into a child pose. Widen hips, for the torso. If it's in your practice today, bring your head down to the mat, to a block or a pillow. Inhale, extend, and exhale. Can you relax to the ground just a little bit more? If you'd like to go ahead and rock your head back and forth, if it's in your practice, to bring a little bit of a stretch to your neck and your shoulders, go ahead. And wherever you're at, bring your shoulders away from your ears. Sink your chest further to the ground, but don't round your back. Press up into the ground. And when you're ready, we'll come back into tabletop pose, tucking our toes and exhaling into downward dog. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath, lengthening through the back, sending our hips higher as we exhale. If it's comfortable for you, begin to pedal out your feet, bringing a stretch to your calves. Bring your heels high, drop your knees, and extend again. Bring your hips up, extend through the lower back. We'll do this a few more times. Heels high, drop your knees, and extend your hips up. Bring your ears away from your head, your shoulders away from your ears, and drop your neck. Walk or jump. Bring your right foot up to your hands. On an inhale, and extend your body up for a crescent lunge. We'll stay here for a few more rounds of breath, feeling extension and release through our back calf. Send your right hip back, your left hip forward, your right hip down, and your left hip up. When you're ready, drop your hands to the mat, and we'll come into a runner's lunge. Drop your left knee down. And if it's comfortable, straighten the right leg back as you come back towards your heel. This may be a great time to grab some blocks. I'm being a little stubborn and not using them. However, you really should consider using them. A pillow may work, a book, even a wall. Go ahead and straighten your right leg. Bring your left knee up. Send your right leg back. Chaturanga, come down. Knees, chest, and chin pose. And inhale. I almost took upward facing dog. I'm so used to that. Come up for a cobra. Just a mini back bend in your upper back. Inhale. Press into the mat. Tuck your toes. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Send your hips to the sky. We'll do that stretching thing we did just a second ago. Bring your heels up, knees down, and extend your hips to the sky. Pedal out your calves. Take any subtle movements. When you're ready, we'll bring our left foot up to our hands and up, come up with our hands up for a crescent lunge. Feel lifted through the chest, through the hands. When you're ready, drop your hands down and we'll come into a runner's lunge. Drop your right knee to the ground. Walk your hands back. And if you're ready, extend, straighten your left foot. Make sure you're bending from the hips. Go ahead and walk your hands back forward as you find a bend in your left leg. Bring your right knee up, send your left foot back. Come down for chaturanga, knees, chest, chin pose, and inhale into cobra. I'm just gonna instruct for cobra today. If upward facing dog is in your practice, you can go ahead and take it. Drop down, inhale, and when you're ready, tuck your toes, exhale, send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. This time we're gonna bring our heels up, our knees down, and when you're ready, walk or jump to your hands. Straighten your legs, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, extend over your thighs. You can bend your knees if this isn't quite ready for you. You can bend over your thighs into your knees as much as you want. Yoga is about making it your own. As I said last night, if you want to spend the entire time in child pose, you can. It's all up to you. Extend all the way down to the ground. Walk your hands to the opposite elbows, and if it's in your practice today, sway back and forth. When you're ready, walk your hands up and inhale, rise up. Come down for a prayer pose. Extend through the legs, feel grounded through the inner thighs, pressing all four corners of the feet into the mat. All four corners of the hands into one another. Absorb the energy from the earth in through your legs and your feet. Press into the earth, engage the glutes. Look up very slightly. If it's comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. When you're ready, swing your arms up. And exhale, swan dive down to your feet. If it's in your practice, bring your peace fingers around your big toe, or otherwise extend all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or jump to the back of the mat. Chaturanga. And inhale into cobra. As I said earlier, if you're just joining us, you can go ahead and use upward facing dog if it's in your practice. Tuck your toes, inhale, and exhale, press your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Keep breathing here in downward facing dog. If downward dog is not in your practice, you can always drop to your knees and come into child pose and extend through the upper part of your body. Wherever you're at, come back into downward facing dog. When you're ready, drop your knees down on the mat. And come down into child pose as you extend through the upper body. When you're ready, inhale. And exhale as you come to the right side, feeling an extension through the left side body. back to center on an inhale. And on an exhale, we'll go to the left side. Come back to center. Walk your hips back up for tabletop pose. Press into the mat and exhale. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to run through a warrior one sequence. When you're ready, inhale, bring your right leg up. One-legged downward facing dog. When you're ready, bring your right foot up to your hands and drop your back heel down and inhale as you come up into warrior one. Your back foot should be about 45 degrees turned out. Feel grounded. Feel planted through all four corners of the feet. Extend your arms above your body. And when you're ready, we'll come down, planting our hands, sending our right foot back, come down chaturanga, and inhale into cobra, or upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet if you're not quite down to the mat yet. And when you're ready, inhale, send your left leg up. And bring it up to your hands. Drop your right heel down, bring it out. 45 degrees, inhale, come up, warrior one. Keep bringing your shoulders away from your ears. Release the tension that you're holding onto in your face and your jaw. Keep your Ujjayi breath activated. When you're ready, drop down to the mat. Kick your left foot back, come down, chaturanga, and inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Engage the glutes, engage the abs, engage the legs if you're in upward dog. Tuck your toes, press back, exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your heels up, knees down, walk or jump to your hands, and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, extend down to your toes. Feel bend in your hips as you extend over your thighs. Feel extension through the crown. And exhale, can you extend just a little bit down, a little bit further to the ground without rounding your upper back. Inhale, send your arms up. Exhale, bring your toes together inside parts of your thighs. And exhale, come down. Drop your hips back into chair pose, Utkatasana. I'm in a prayer pose variation because we'll soon be taking a twist. Inhale, come up. And exhale, sit back down, prayer pose, Utkatasana. Hinge forward at your hips and extend over your right side. If this is in your practice, you can go ahead and look back. Send your right hip forward, your left hip back. Inhale, can you send energy to your left side? And exhale, can you release your right hip forward more? Drop down to the floor, extend over your thighs. And inhale, come up for mountain pose. Bring your feet apart. Drop down into just a regular prayer pose. And inhale, send your arms up. And exhale, bring your legs together for Utkatasana, prayer pose. Chair pose and with a prayer, hand position. Go ahead and extend over your hips. Tuck your right elbow into your left knee. And take a twist to the left. Look back if it's in your practice, midway. When you're ready, drop down, extend your legs. bring your hips back to hip width, your legs back to hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale down. Come down, and when you're ready, we'll sit it back in Dandasana where we begin. Extend your feet, press into the wall in front of you. Feel engagement in your glutes and the inner thighs. When you're ready, walk your feet back just a little bit and press them into the earth as you walk your hands back. And come down one vertebra at a time. If this is in your practice today, go ahead and bring your feet, the soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of the feet together. If this isn't in your practice today, you can go ahead and bring your knees on an inhale into your chest, grabbing the tops of your knees. As you exhale, you can press them out or rotate them forward and backward inside the acetabulum. If you're with me, go ahead and try and inhale. Send energy to the inside thighs. And exhale, walk your feet closer to your groin. Extend through your hands. Whatever position you're in, inhale, bring your knees back to center. Drop your feet to the ground. Feel grounded from your back to your head, all the way through your lower body and in, starting with your feet planted on the ground. When you're ready, inhale, bring your knees up to your chest. Exhale, can you bring your knees just a little bit closer in? Drop your legs drop your feet down to the mat. Cross your legs and bring your right leg over. Bring your left and your right leg over to the right. If it's in your practice, extend your left hand out and look over to that side. If this isn't accessible for you today, you can go ahead and take just a bent knee position on this side. And if you'd like to, you can go ahead and reach behind you. Wherever you're at, keep breathing. That's not the right way. There we go. Keep the core engaged, the glutes engaged. When you're ready, inhale, send your left arm up. And exhale, grab your knees and bring them back home. Go ahead and take this just on the other side. Bring your left leg over your right and extend down to the left side, sending your right hand out if it's in your practice. If this isn't where you're at today, you can go ahead and bend your knees and come into a modified fetal position on the left side. Feeling a twist if you extend your right arm over. Look towards the right side of your mat if it's in your practice. Wherever you're at, keep breathing. Keep noticing your breath. Inhale, bring your right arm up and bring your knees back home. Go ahead and shake them out. Take any subtle movements you'd like to. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest. And exhale, we'll come in to happy baby, grabbing the outsides of our feet if it's in your practice. If this isn't in your practice today, go ahead and rotate the knees and the legs inside of the acetabulum by grabbing the heads of the knees and rotating forward like this. Wait, yeah, that's forward. Feel relaxation in the glutes, the upper thighs. Go ahead and go the other direction if you're with me in the knee to your chest position. If you're in happy baby, as you inhale, can you walk your fingers to your toes? Wrap your peace fingers and your thumb around your big toe and extend your hips out farther. Wherever you're at, keep breathing. When you're ready, if you're in happy baby, bring your feet back together and drop down to the mat. Drop them down to the mat. Your knees together. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and inhale, bring our knees to our chest. And exhale, extend through both legs as we come into our final pose for the day. Savasana, corpse pose. If you'd like to remain here with me for a few minutes, I'll go ahead and bring us out of the corpse pose pretty shortly soon. And if not, thank you for joining us today. As you inhale, begin to slow your breath, feeling control. Begin to feel relaxation starting from the core to the hips. As you inhale, your shoulders release, your chest. Your knees come closer to the ground, the outsides of your thighs, the outside of your feet begin to relax towards the earth as your thighs begin to relax. And as your arms feel total relaxation, your palms begin to face the ceiling. As you inhale one more time, you notice anything you're holding on to that's not serving you currently. And as you exhale, your digits, your toes, your fingers, they all fall down to the earth. If you have time to continue in corpse pose, you can go ahead and mute me or pause me. If you're with me in corpse pose, begin to quicken your breath and start to feel movement in your fingers and your big toe and your other toes. Start to feel rotation in your ankles and your wrists, movement from your elbows, from your forearms and up into your arms. Your biceps and your triceps activate. Your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, and your chest, your core, your shoulders. We'll take a few rounds of controlled breath. When you inhale, send your arms above your body, and as you exhale, we'll breathe out through our mouth. Here we go, inhale. Exhale out through your mouth, drop everything to the ground. It's like a good morning stretch. Inhale, send your arms above your body. Exhale, drop everything out through your mouth. Inhale, send your arms up. And exhale, arms all the way down. That one didn't work out so well. When you're ready, begin to walk your feet closer towards your body and find yourself. Whichever side you prefer. Today I'm going to take the left side. Come up and round into a fetal position. Just like you woke up for the first time today. Go ahead and press your palms into the earth as you come up into a comfortable seated position. Inhale, send your arms up, and exhale, come down for a prayer pose in front of third eye center. The light and the teacher in me acknowledges and appreciates the light and the teacher in you. Namaste. A great body starts with a great plan. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Alan. I will see you tomorrow.